Good evening, everyone. It's Friday night. It's Doane University L. Papik Field. Welcome to the field, your home standing Cardinals. Welcome to this evening's game between the Crete Cardinals and the Schyuler Warriors. It's homecoming at Crete High School, and we would like to welcome back all of our Cardinal alumni. Tonight is also Crete High School's Night of Champions, which recognizes past state and academic champions from the Crete High School year during the 2012-2013 school year. September 15th is the beginning of Hispanic Heritage Month. Each year, Americans observe National Hispanic Heritage Month from September 15th to October 15th by celebrating the histories, cultures, and contributions of American citizens whose ancestors came from Spain, Mexico, the Caribbean, and Central and South America. Tonight, players from both teams are wearing a commemorative sticker on their helmets celebrating the diverse cultures of both of our great communities. We'd like to honor the families here tonight who represent one of the Latin American countries. Please stand and wave your flag when you hear the name of your home country. Argentina, Bolivia, Chile, Colombia, Costa Rica, Cuba, Dominican Republic, Ecuador, El Salvador, Equatorial Guinea, Guatemala, Honduras, Mexico, Nicaragua, Panama, Paraguay, Peru, Puerto Rico, Spain, Uruguay, and Venezuela. Now, would everyone please rise, and please remove your hats as we honor our country and flag by the Crete High School Mixed Choir under the leadership of Alex Wooten perform our national anthem.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free?
welcome to another night of 2023 Crete football as it's homecoming night at Papik Field at Doane University. I'm Todd Sandberg along with Tony Siski as the Crete Cardinals welcome the Schyuler Warriors on homecoming night.
Should be a fun night of football.
Well, it turned out to be a lot better weather than we thought. There was forecasted thunderstorms, and while it rained at the end of the softball game, which Crete came back and defeated Scottsbluff 9-8, it turned out to be a beautiful night. And Crete comes in at 2-2. Last week they faced off against the number 2 Elkhorn North in a tough game, and I would say that Elkhorn North team could probably do very well in Class A. And Schyuler comes in at 2-1.
Yeah, it's a big game for the Cardinals, sitting 2-2 midway through the season. You know, you're starting to look at things, look at the playoffs, and they're in good shape right now. But they've got to win a couple more games at least, and I know this is a big one. You want to keep you know what you've done up to this point, the momentum, getting to 2-2 going.
Well, Brent Kane filled in for you last week, and he did the play-by-play. And I think the first we kind of jinxed Crete because we said the number one thing was taking care of the ball. And first possession, we turned it over to Elkhorn North, and just like in all football games, taking care of the ball is the key to winning football games. So Crete will kick off. It's a high kick. Schyuler's going to field it right at about the 20. And he's got a lane out to the left, and it looks like Owen Heath forced him back inside, but a good return by Schyuler out to the 47. And that was Angel Ramirez with the return, a freshman.
Yeah, really good return by Ramirez. Got outside, and as you mentioned, Owen Heath might have saved a touchdown by turning it back and funneling it back to his teammates.
So Crete comes out in their normal 3-man front, and Crete's been pretty solid against the run. And Schyuler is going to come out with, it looks like, trips left with one receiver to the right, one back next to the quarterback.
Talking to Coach Newmeyer, he said expect a lot of running.
So pitch left and great defense again, and it looks like, what was that? Quinlan Vondra with a nice tackle.
Number 4.
Coach Newmeyer also mentioned that in 3 games so far, Schyuler has used 4 different quarterbacks. Really trying to pound the ball there. They're trying to get outside, but I think you'll see a heavy dose of run.
Right now it's Lewis Genchi, a 5'7", 200-pound senior, is the quarterback. And they're going to go to trips right, a quick pass from the lefty to number 33. And there's a ball, and there's a turnover for Crete.
Yeah, Crumey coming up with it.
Connor Crumey with a big turnover, and that's exactly the opposite of what happened last week. And let's see if the Cardinals can take advantage of a short field. Great pursuit. It looked like Garrett Rockenbach with the hit that might have forced the fumble. So Crete will set up shop at Schyuler's 49. Theo wide left, Kenson real tight formation. Caesar to Reese's left. Zone read. Caesar has some room out to the right. He's at the 45, the 40, the 35, the 30. The 20 gets forced out about the 15. A great block on the right side of the line, which is usually Vondra and Juan Miguel. So nice play as you see on the replay. So that's going to bring up a red zone opportunity for Crete right off the bat.
Great start both defensively and now offensively. Just got to finish this drive and be excited about what he started in this game. That play's been one that you've seen them use a lot, and they're very successful getting Linares to the outside.
Cotil and Spence out right. Theo Bowling out left. Caesar to Reese's left. Cotil goes in motion. It's a pitch to Cotil. He's going wide left. He's got some room. He's down to the 10, down to the 5, cuts back, breaks the tackle, and gets in for the into the touchdown. Broke a couple nice tackle attempts and a great run.
Yeah, good moves by Cotil near the goal line. Once again, Cardinals getting outside, and Cotil takes it in for the touchdown.
Well, that's a nice change from last week. We get to see the stadium lights for a touchdown celebration, and Crete gets on the board with only basically a minute, 2 seconds into the game. So Angel Martinez will come in for the extra point as he has all season. Probably a little demoralizing for Schyuler as they're coming off a win over for Fairbury 16-7 last week to go above 500.
I think there might have been a sideline warning there. I'm not sure which team they called it on.
Reese is your holder. Yeah, and it looks like it's on. The warning was on Crete, and the extra point is no good. I see Coach Newmeyer talking to his sideline to kind of get them to calm down. I know you're pretty hyped on homecoming.
Point attempt is no good, and with 10:58.
You don't mind some excitement, especially get the big turnover and 2 plays later capitalize. They should be excited and just keep it in check so you don't hurt your team.
So Schyuler will try to bounce back after a turnover and then a quick score. So Schuyler's 2-1 on the year. They defeated Omaha Concordia 19-13 in the first game and then lost to O'Neill 14-40. And then, like I said, they defeated Fairbury 16-7. So they're 2-1 in Class C1.
I think I heard they had 7 interceptions against Fairbury.
They threw?
No, they intercepted Fairbury 7 times. That's impressive.
So Angel will kick off. And actually, I was going to say, Crete's special teams has been pretty solid all year. So that run back by Schyuler was kind of an anomaly because we haven't really given up many big returns. So the kick is high and short, about the same exact spot, and we have a whistle.
I think we're a re-kick 5 yards back.
Might have been offsides.
Yeah, I think one of the Cardinals crossed the line before it's kicked, and we'll redo it from the 35 this time.
Yep, offsides on the Cardinals.
Offside on the Cardinals. They'll mark off a 5. We'll re-kick from the 35.
Well, it's been a busy day today. We've had all sorts of activities. Like I mentioned, softball had a great comeback. They were down 3 going in the bottom of the 6th, scored 4 to come back and win 9-8 over Scotts Bluff. And Scotts Bluff's a pretty good program, so that's a huge win for Coach Griffin. And here's the kick, and it's another high short kick, this time fielded by 24 at the 30. And there's the coverage that we've seen all season. And Jules Reed with a nice tackle. He's been really good on special teams all year.
Yeah, he's a really good athlete. And you get athletes out in your special teams, get down the field quick, and make a play like Jules did right there. But great win for the softball program. As you mentioned, Scotts Bluff, I think, came in with a pretty good record.
All right, so Genchi's your quarterback again. He's got a running back off to his right, 2 receivers on each side. Running back or wide receiver motion, a jet sweep, but he cuts up the middle and a nice tackle by
Linares.
Caesar. So it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Cardinal defense looking tough early in the first after 3 plays. Not giving up much.
Number 11 for the Cardinals. Pick up a point, brings up 2nd and 9.
So your D line is, I think it's Bessler, Tews, and Juan Miguel, 3-man front. Here's a similar formation. Genchi taking the shotgun snap. Looks left, and then Carter Tews comes in with the sack. His motor never stops.
No, definitely not the biggest defensive lineman, but he is tough to block. He's had multiple games where he's just lived in the backfield.
So Crete is capitalizing on that early momentum to force a 3rd and 13. Schyuler, we know, likes to run the ball, so this is probably pretty uncomfortable for them. So they still come out with the 2 receivers wide on each side, running back to the left. Genchi's looking at his wristband for the play. Gets the shotgun snap, looks straight back. We got some pressure from the left side, and then the pocket closes, and a short gain. It won't go down as a sack, but it looked like
Angel Martinez on the tackle. Good coverage, as you see on the replay there. Just nowhere for him to throw the ball. And
So nice 3 and out to follow that two play drive, and you got Cotil and is it Oscar Ortiz back again. So Crete,
they are really deep. They're expecting a good punt here.
good snap. Short, high kick. And it's going to land at the Crete 40 and come back to the 42-yard line. Well, again, Crete's going to start off with really good field position. They got all the momentum right now. I imagine we're going to keep pounding the ball.
Yeah, success on both running plays. That's what Coach Newmeyer typically likes to do if he can, and probably run it until they stop it.
Okay, first and 10 at Crete 42. You got Oscar coming out wide left, and then Theo and Kenson, twins right. Reese takes a snap. We have an option left. He's keeping it. Keeps it himself. Breaks a couple tackles. He's at the 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. Forced out about the 31-yard line. He never even had to really look to the pitch man because he broke once he got past the first line, and then he broke that one tackle. Nice gain.
A really good run by Burton, running the option there and breaking a tackle.
So Reese is getting the play from Coach Newmeyer. This may be one of those games where you don't see the ball in the air a whole lot.
Yeah, if you keep getting chunk yardage like they have, running the ball, no reason to change.
So first and 10 at the Warriors 31. You got Bowling and Spence out and twins right. You have two running backs next to Burton. Besser goes in motion left to right. And looks like a give off to...
Look at the blocking on the outside there.
Wow. Once again, that's the Angel Martinez with an easy touchdown and great blocking on the right side of the line again. I'm pretty sure he did not get touched. So here you'll see the replay. Great blocking down by Kenson Spence. A little pancake for Kenson to help Angel get in for an easy score. Great blocking all around.
So far, Cardinals run 4 offensive plays, all to the outside, and each time getting around the edge for big gains.
So Angel, after he scores, he's going to try to add on the extra point this time, and this time he does. It's 13-0 Crete on a beautiful homecoming night, and I'm in trouble at home, Coach Siski. I promised my boys they could come down tonight, and with the forecast of thunderstorms, it was raining in the softball game. So I'm going to apologize to my son Reed. He wanted to come down because he wanted to see the booth. He wanted to watch the football game. He's got some friends here. But unfortunately, my boys couldn't come down, so I'm going to have to make sure they come down for the next home game.
I got to admit, I'm on Team Reed here. I mean, they're tough kids. They could handle a little rain. I'm on their side.
And here's the thing: it's Jersey night, and believe me, they got some jerseys they could have picked from. And my oldest son is a huge Giants fan, and we see Jamie Ramos down in the front and center wearing a Buster Posey San Francisco Giants jersey that my oldest would love. There are some great jerseys and some really, really, really questionable ones that we'll have to go through later.
Another great turnout by our student section. They had a fun week. Great participation in the different dress-up days, and a lot of jerseys there in the student section tonight.
Yeah, but you didn't participate once, I noticed.
I think I participated every day.
Coach Siski Day, shorts and a T-shirt. Okay, Angel kicks. Oh, there's a deeper kick and forces Schyuler back to the 10. He slips a little. There's your good cover. There, Jules Reed. He's been all over in special teams all year. So they moved him to safety, I've heard, so he can kind of use his athletic ability to make some tackles. And there you saw his speed right there.
He's an athlete, and it's good to see him out here making plays.
All right, so Crete's got all the momentum. Schyuler will take over at their own 18. You got 2 receivers to the right. You have 2 running back on each side of the quarterback, 1 receiver to the left. Genchi looks over the defense, takes the snap, and it's a give up the middle, and probably about a 1-2 yard gain. Caesar with the tackle.
Caesar's in there. Martinez, twos.
Just there at the ball carrier. Stopped on the play by.
Yep, Caesar shot a gap from the linebacker. So Besser's now your DN on the left side. You got Garen Rockabach, kind of an outside backer. Connor Krumie, left cornerback. Theo Bowling is your deep safety. So Genchi's looking over. He's got 2 receivers on each side. High snap that's over his head, and Genchi just has to fall on it. And if you're a Schyuler fan, things could not have started more horribly than right now. You just can't catch a break.
No, you get the turnover on the first possession, and then 3 and out, and now you're staring down another 3 and out inside your own 10. It's about 3rd and 20.
So 3rd and 20 from the 7-yard line. 2 receivers on each side. Genchi's looking at his wristband. I wouldn't be surprised if it's draw up the middle or something safe. And I'm wrong. It's a screen, which is pretty much up the middle, and great job by the Crete defense. Carter Toos again.
Yeah, I think that was a great play call by Schyuler. Just defended well by Crete. Deep in your own territory is going to be tough to get anyone open deep down the field. So
you don't see many nose tackles fight off a block and get the tackle on the screen.
Brings up 4th and 20.
So now Oscar and Carson are going to set up to field a punt about the midfield. Schyuler's punter is in the end zone. And I believe that's Genchi as well. Yeah, he's quarterback, the punter, and a low line drive kick that hits a Schyuler guy at their own 39, about the 38. So you got 6 minutes, 15 seconds left in the first quarter. 13-0 Crete. And again, already good field position.
Cardinals about got to that punt. He did a good job getting it off. But Cardinals will take over again.
You know, we talked about when Kane filled in, we talked about a 3-man crew. You know what we could do? A sideline reporter.
Yeah, we've talked about that. I think we're going to try to implement that, but just don't have all the technology necessary just yet. But we will get that going here soon.
So Theo wide right, Spence wide left. Theo comes in a little bit. Give to Caesar. He's looking for a block. And this time, we have a flag, 2 flags. Might be a hold. Caesar is trying to set up blocks, but it looks like one of those might have been illegal.
It looked like Schyuler was set up better to defend the outside run there. And forced one of the Cardinals to a block in the back.
So Crete's first mistake of the night. Still in plus field possession, or field position, but it's going to be 1st and 20 from Schyuler's 48. You kind of got a bunch set on the left side. Spence tight right, Caesar right by him, and it's a give to Caesar. He's got some room. He's at the 45. Angle by Schyuler, who brings him down at the 35. So you got about a little more than half of that back. So it's going to be 2nd and 7.
Yeah, Escobar able to chase down Caesar, but not until after he gained big yardage and made this much more second manageable.
Well, obviously, Newmeyer and the coaching staff saw something they really liked on running out wide, because that definitely appears to be the game plan.
2nd and 7 for the Cardinals.
So Schyuler also has a 3-man front. That seems to be kind of a popular, well, it looks like creeping a linebacker up on the right side. Reese takes the snap, gives it to Caesar. Now this time wide right. Cotil with the block. Caesar, oh, it's going to be close to a first down. Right now what I'm noticing is the receivers are blocking really well because they have to hold those blocks for quite a while. If you see on the replay, Theo holds that block just long enough for Caesar to get by him.
Yeah, the receiver's doing a great job blocking downfield. Also the cruiser position.
Be third and short.
Bessler doing a nice job setting the edge.
I think that's Caesar and is that Oscar?
That's twos.
That's Carter, and run up the middle, and Caesar gets a nice gain up the middle for another first down for Crete. Move the chains with 4:53 left in the first quarter, 13-0 Crete.
Yeah, usually when twos joins the backfield, he's in there as a lead blocker, and that was the case there. Usually going to be something more up the middle. The Cardinals move the chains.
Yeah, Carter doesn't shy away from contact. I've noticed our receivers have been a lot closer to the line of scrimmage, and Newmar takes a timeout. But unlike previous games, we've had Spence and Bowling pretty wide out with Cotil up, tight to the formation. But now it seems like our receivers are a lot closer, which might be help setting up those runs wide.
Yeah, a lot of times when you want to run outside, you bring your receivers in and crack in, and just easier to do, run up the middle. Sometimes you put your receivers out wider, just spread the defense out. Coach Newmeyer saw something that he didn't like pre-snap, and I did notice that Kenner Sweetalk is now in, and Bessler is getting a little rest.
So Kenner comes in at tight end, number 88. He joined the team late, three-sport athlete, he's kind of in the cruiser position. So Reese under center, or not under center, in shotgun, looks for our first pass, and was looking for Sweet Talk, but nice defense by number 24, Marcos Gomez from Schyuler. So I'll make it 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Gomez might have just got his hand in there enough to either tip it or distract Sweet Talk from making that catch. Not a bad throw by Reese, though.
Our first non-positive play of the day, if you take away the penalty. So you got Carson and Angel next to Burton, Bowling and Spence wide left. Sweet Talk in the cruiser. It's a give to Oscar, not Oscar.
Angel Martinez
and
there.
They're good penetration by the Schyuler defensive line as they're trying to make adjustments to the wide run game. And as you can see, 3 Warrior defenders get in there for an easy tackle.
They were in there in a hurry. Nowhere for Martinez to go. Now you're looking at 3rd and long. Ortiz come back in. You've got some of the guys out there with Bowling and Spence and Ortiz when it's more obvious passing down.
All right, so now we have twins right with Oscar and Theo. Spence is wide left. Carson in the slot. Reese drops straight back, looks left, throwing towards Carson, and he makes the catch. Nope. Oh, that's close. We'll see on the replay how close it was. Nice catch by Carson, but just out of bounds.
Yeah, Carson ran a little wheel route there, and as the ball was in the air, I was afraid he was going to get picked off. The safety sitting back there, but Cotel just goes up and gets it. Unfortunately, can't get a foot down.
Okay, it looks like it's going to be 4 down territory.
4th and 16.
Too long for a field goal, and obviously you're not going to punt from this position. So you got Carson and Theo out wide right. Spence, and here comes Bessler late on. Bessler has been playing the cruiser position ever since. And looks like another timeout for Crete.
So a little confusion who is supposed to be in with this package, this formation, and cost Cardinals a timeout.
Well, I was going to say is Bessler's been playing cruisers ever since Barrett Egerling's injury, and we don't know how long Barrett's going to be out, but he's done a really good job at cruiser, and now they got Sweet Talk to kind of play that position as well.
And here during this timeout, Bessler, who ran on late, has now returned to the sideline, and Jules Reed has replaced him. But he's going to initially at least start in the backfield, it looks like, instead of that cruiser position.
So Cotil and Spence are on the left side. Theo by himself, wide right. You've got Caesar and Jules next to Reese. Pretty obvious passing situation. Oh, hook and ladder. And, as a fake and not quite. I couldn't quite tell. It looked like they were trying to set up a hook and ladder.
Oh, I think they definitely were.
But Schyuler had plenty of guys there, and they had 3 guys there just in case. And I don't think Theo could have got the ball to Jules.
No, he made the right decision by not pitching it. But that's a play that Coach Neumeier has run quite often since I've been here. This is my 4th year here. And as Theo caught that ball, we could hear the Schyuler coaches up here yelling hook and ladder. So they were expecting it.
So 2 receivers to each side. Genchi back, taking the snap. He looks to his left, swing pass. Great tackle. That was Emmanuel.
Yeah, did a good job getting off of his block, and the receiver there might have been better off trying to go outside on that one because Emmanuel was kind of sealed to the inside, kind of ran into him.
Actually, I was surprised he didn't try to go outside because he definitely had some room.
As you mentioned earlier, now Jules Reed in at safety, so the position move, we'll see how he mans that position back there.
So you got 2 receivers left, 1 right, kind of their cruiser position. Genchi looks straight back, looks to his left, throwing deep, and he's got a couple guys. Great effort. Almost an incredible catch. Didn't quite see the number. Great ball by Genchi.
Oh, really good ball. The receiver left his feet to try to make the catch, and maybe could have kept running, but well thrown ball.
Nicely thrown ball.
So 3rd and 8.
When I was talking with Coach Neumeier about the possibility of rain, he had thought that if it did rain, it might affect Crete more because he thought that we threw the ball more than Schyuler. But Schyuler looks more than capable, especially after that one and throwing a few swing passes. Just need time for the quarterback to throw it.
So Genchi comes straight back, has some pressure up the middle. Fights off Caesar, and then here comes Enrique Rodriguez to come help Caesar to bring down Genchi. So great pursuit by Enrique. That's going to set up another punting situation. We've talked about Enrique. He's a strong individual, and if you do have a program, there's no way he's only 125 pounds.
Well, a couple things about Enrique. He loves to hit. He can move some weight in the weight room, and he wanted me to say they do a 6'5", 225. I can't say the 6'5", but he's definitely not the 125 listed in the program weight-wise.
So Oscar and Carson are back at Crete's 40. Genchi comes back, and nice punt, nice high punt. Carson takes it, muffs it, and good job by Oscar just to pounce on the ball, making sure they do not give Schyuler any momentum. Carson kind of misplayed a little bit, and that's good reason to have 2 men back there, and Oscar did a nice job of covering the ball.
Well, I mentioned the first time that Schyuler lined up to punt that I thought Crete returners were deep, and now I see why after that punt.
So Crete will actually start in their own side of the field. Theo's wide left. Kenson wide right. Oscar going out right side, and I think is that Jules to Reese's.
Angel
No, it's
Martinez.
Angel. And a huge hole up the middle, a nice 7-yard gain to set up second and third.
Well, we'll see if all that outside running has now opened up the inside. Last couple times they defended the outside run a little bit better, and now Crete decides to go up the middle and picks up 7.
And a huge hole, too. You can see that Schyuler's trying to watch the outside, so you might see some motion to think they're running right and go up the middle. Reese takes a snap, give up the middle again, and there's Angel again. He breaks the tackle. He's at the 40, 35-30. Schyuler pushes him out at the 20. There's another huge hole.
It looks like Schyuler's even trying to load up the box. Pre-snap, I thought it's 6 guys at least in the box there, and Angel's still able to pick up big yardage.
I see Principal Bowling gave Angel a high five. Speaking of principals, is there a rumor that a certain assistant principal's birthday is coming up?
It's not a rumor. One of our great administrators, Marcy Harefield, a happy birthday to you on Sunday.
Happy 29th birthday. All right, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Besser goes to cruiser position or tight end to the right side. Reese gives up the middle to Caesar. A nice high tackle by Schyuler. This time they're more prepared, and it's going to be about 2nd and 8.
Yeah, but well defended there. Brings up a 2nd and 8. Well, that's the thing I enjoy watching football is the adjustments that each team has to make on the fly. Crete had success running outside early. Schyuler had to adjust, and now Crete trying to run up the middle.
All right, so Burton takes the snap. He's looking. He rolls to his left, and he's looking towards the end zone for Spence. And nice play by Schyuler to break up. He had one-on-one coverage in the end zone. Pretty nice ball by Reese, but well defended by the Warriors.
Yeah, I think that's a good shot you take. Kenson's got probably 6 to 8 inches on the guy defending him, and if that ball's
A little higher.
8 to 12 inches higher, it's probably a touchdown.
Crete's had some luck throwing in the end zone late in games with both Spence and Bowling. 6 seconds left. 13-0 Crete. 3rd and 8 from Schyuler's 20.
Looks like Spence going to have one-on-one again.
This time Reese looks to his right, and a drop pass that Oscar wishes he would have back. It would have been a short. It would not have gotten the first down.
But it had given you a lot of options on 4th. He catches that. It's a 4th and 2 or 4th and 3. You got to run or pass and play, and now you've probably got to throw it here on 4th down. Really, really good throw by Reese. And looked like Oscar maybe was checking his feet, looking for the sideline, and took his eye off the ball.
Yeah, I would agree. It's 4th and 2. The way the Cardinals are running the ball, they'd probably go for it. So at the 20, Cotil comes in late. Reese tells him what the play is. We got Oscar and Theo left, Carson and Spence right. Reese is looking to his right, and it throws it up for grabs, and it's intercepted in the end zone, which basically makes no difference since the ball was at the 20 anyway. So that's kind of a wash.
Yeah, I mean, you'd like to complete it, but nothing hurt on that turnover, because if you don't get it, like you said, they're going to have the ball about the same spot anyway. So good first quarter for the Cardinals.
I do want to talk about our line because it seems like the guys that are the skill players get a lot of mention, but on the right side where we've had a lot of success, Quinlan Vondra and Juan Miguel are the right guard and right tackle. Your starting center is Everett Heath, and then the left side is Hunter Harefield and Zach Connell. You know, they need some love because they have been, definitely helping the running game, and sometimes they don't get mentioned enough.
No, and without them, most of these rushing yards haven't happened. So they are definitely doing their part to help the Crete offense tonight.
Well, you got to kind of credit Schyuler. It looked like it could have been an ugly first quarter, but still only down 2 touchdowns when they really haven't had any chance to get anything going. It could easily be a 20-0 game.
Yeah, they made some adjustments. They've tackled better the last couple possessions, and now they got the turnover in the end zone, and will take over here from their own 20.
The interception in the end zone at the end of the first quarter will give the Warriors the ball.
All right, so Crete's in their kind of a 3-3 look. Genchi gets the snap. He's looking to his right. He throws it. Nice ball. Caught by, that was a nice catch by
Pass is complete to Escobar.
Kelvin Escobar, a 5'8", 180 senior.
And the late flag came in, and it may have been
Rockenbach.
tackle out of bounds. Might add 15 onto this.
Well, that was Schuyler's first down.
But
Yep.
another well-thrown ball. Really well-thrown ball there.
So it looks like they will add 15, and this will be Schuyler's first play in Crete's side of the ball, which will be at the 44. So let's see if the defense can answer, because right now Schuyler's can get right back in this game with a score.
Yes, Rockenbach took him down out of bounds, but that's tough. You're trying to make a play. The ball's in the air long ways, and sometimes you lose track where the sideline is.
Ganchi takes a snap, and it's a little slip screen to number 20, and this Crete does a great job. Number 20 is Jason Ramon, and no gain on the play.
Looked like Kenner Sweetalk and Owen Heath there. Good job staying disciplined, staying on that backside.
No gain brings up 2nd and 10.
Well, it appears Schyuler wants to put the ball in the air a lot more than probably anybody anticipated.
Yeah, this wasn't the scouting report I got from Coach Newmar, but I know he watches film, so I know he knew what to expect.
So Schyuler will take a timeout. They had trips left, and Coach Wilcox for Schyuler didn't like what he saw. I mean, this is a huge possession for Schyuler to get back in the game. You have 11:05 left. It's only 13-0. It feels like it should be a lot worse.
Crete just struck so quick to start the game, and you're right, it does feel like more than a 13-0 lead, and here Schyuler is on the Crete side with the football.
Well, I'm sure a lot of the players, even the fans, probably felt like this could be a name-your-score game the way it started, but things have settled down, and the defense needs to kind of get a stop right here.
See what Schyuler comes at Crete with coming out of the timeout.
So you got trips right, one receiver left. Swing pass out right. That was a lateral and great play. Did you see the number?
Is that Linares? It looks like Caesar. Yeah. Really good play.
Well, I bet Coach Wilcox wishes he had his timeout. That's like taking a bad mulligan. You don't convert on the mulligan right there. So it's going to be 3rd and 16.
These short swing passes that they've thrown 3-4 of them just haven't gone for much yet. The big play was a pass downfield. They missed another deep pass but it's a lot tougher to do when the defense is expecting it, like 3rd and 15 now.
All right, so Jeffrey Kunzelin at nose tackle. Giving twos a quick break. You got a blitz coming in from Crete. And is it Sweet Talk with the hands up and a nice deflection by Kenner.
Pass is batted down.
Kenner, as you know, is just a hard-working individual.
Yeah, it's good to see him on the football team. He played as a freshman and then broke his leg that summer and comes back out now as a senior, and he can help this team. And you saw it there, getting pressure on the quarterback, and you can help him on both sides of the ball.
Well, yeah, nothing like having a 6'5", kind of a D end or tight end to help you out. So Genchi back to punt, and it's a low line drive, end over end, and it's going to kind of get a neutral roll at the Crete 20. So great job by the defense. Schyuler was kind of building something, and right after that timeout, they, pushed Schyuler backwards.
Give him one big play and gave him some yards on a penalty, but other than that, Schyuler's had a tough time moving the ball.
Cardinals set up shop, 1st and 10 from their own 20.
Now it's time for the Crete offense to get going again.
So Reese comes in, getting the play from Coach Newmeyer. You got 10:05 left, 13-0 your Cardinals. Ended up being a beautiful night. Spence wide left. You got two receivers to the right. Coach Hill goes in motion, right to left. It's a swing pass, and there's exactly what you cannot do if you're Crete, is just give the ball right back to Schyuler, and now it's going to be up to that defense to see if they can hold. And it looks like timing was off.
Yeah, it just didn't look right. They weren't on the same page. It's tough for us to know, who was off a little bit there, but either way, ball hits the turf, bounces right to the Schyuler defender, and now they take over inside the 15.
All right, now Genchi comes in from the sideline. He takes a snap, looks to his left, throws towards the end zone. Nice play by Oscar to knock it down. I'll say Genchi has a nice arm. He throws a very catchable ball.
Yeah, throws nice tight spirals. Oscar with a little burst right at the end to be able to knock that away, but the ball was thrown pretty much where it should have been thrown, and his receiver maybe needs to try to go get it a little bit more for him there.
So you have two receivers to each side. You have Ziestra next to Genchi. Genchi looks to his right and is short. I jinxed him. That time he kind of short-armed a throw and short-topped his receiver.
Pass intended for Danny Pedro, number 80.
Juan Miguel putting a little pressure on him there.
Pass is incomplete.
I don't know what the over-under for pass attempts would have been before this game for Schyuler, but I guarantee they've already hit the over.
Well, as I mentioned, Coach Newmeyer said they played 4 quarterbacks. Some of their games a little bit different. And you wonder how much he's seen of this quarterback on film.
So Crete brings a blitz and one-on-one coverage, and that one's uncatchable, so it's going to show up a 4th down, and we'll see if Schyuler goes for it or if they try to get points on the board via field goal.
Yeah, looks like they are going to set for the field goal. You're down two touchdowns at least. Field goal will cut it to a 10-point game, but if you're Schyuler, you want to get some points on the board and try to build on it.
So Jose Cruz will kick with Genchi in the hold. Low snap, and it's blocked. Bad snap, bad hold. Actually, really didn't even get a chance to get a good hold. So Crete's defense steps up. As you can see in the replay, kind of a sinker to Genchi, and he didn't get a clean hold on it. So nice job by the Crete defense.
Yeah, Garrett Rockenbach in there, and Crete defense holds after giving him a short field.
So we'll see if Crete can do a little better job of taking care of the field. As you see, what a beautiful view on the camera right there of the sky out west. We thought thunderstorms and couldn't ask for a better night on homecoming. Coach Siski will present the homecoming court later, right before half.
I think I'm going to stay up here with you.
I'm not
I
you're
Someone else will present them.
Oscar goes in motion, right to left. Reese gives it to Angel. Angel's running wide left, and only gets about a 3-yard gain. Kind of going back to the wide running game.
Schyuler defense did a good job just stringing that out. Angel's trying to be patient, waiting for something to open up. It just never did.
Actually, didn't even get 3. He only got 1. So 2nd and 9. 9:15 left in the half. 13-0 Crete.
Give him one on the play, brings up 2nd and 9, ball at the 20.
All right, so you got 2 running backs, and to give to Angel, he's looking out wide, and he's going to get about to the 26-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and about 3 or 4.
Angel Martinez, the ball carrier.
Oscar was trying to give him a little extra room, blocking out wide.
By
I don't know if you'll be able to see it here, but Kenson Spence did a good job. I know
knocked out short the first down.
some of the Schyuler coaches wanting to block in the back, but I think he had engaged him, and then the Schyuler defender turned his back, and Kenson allowed to finish his block.
So he did get to the 27, 3rd and 2. Reese gives up the middle, and there's going to be a first down for, was that Caesar?
Yeah. Linares with a good downhill run, picks up the first down, moves the chains.
Linares, the ball carrier.
Great blocking by the offense line on the left side this time.
He picks up the necessary
So a big
yards.
first down. Crete needed that to kind of keep the momentum going on their side and
First and 10
keep the ball away from Schyuler. So 2 receivers, Spence and Bowling wide right. It's a little give up the middle to Caesar again for about a 2-3 yard gain.
So you've seen the Cardinals go wide, seen them run up the middle. One thing I wonder if they're going to come back to is the option. They've ran the option one time. Burton was able to pick up big yards on that.
Or even a, kind of almost like a zone read where Reese keeps it after the dive up the middle because they are crashing hard on whichever running back is running up the middle. You also have a height advantage on the receivers compared to the Schyuler cornerbacks. Bowling wide right, Spence wide left. Oscar goes in motion right to left. There's your option. Oscar gets outside. Great tackle. He even lost his helmet by Schyuler. That definitely saved a first down, if maybe not a little more.
Yeah, Marcos Gomez able to just trip up Ortiz.
Yeah, he would have easily got the first down. Maybe not much more than that, but great tackle by Gomez.
Yeah, you never know, though. Oscar, very, very fast, very quick. Tough to bring down the open field.
So 3rd and 4. Reach 39. Two receivers left. Oscar goes in motion. There's your run up the middle. First down by Caesar. He breaks a tackle. He's at the midfield. And he's still on his feet. And then finally forced out at the 45. Great run by Caesar.
Really good run. Breaking tackles, refusing to go down, picking up the first down, moving the chains.
Kind of a quick hitter up the middle, too. He definitely running downhill. So a huge first down to get into the Schyuler territory at 1st and 10 at the 45. You got just under 6 minutes left. 13-0 Crete. Crete did kick off to start the game, so that means they'll get the ball at second half. So a score before half would be huge. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Looks like Angel's to his left, and Angel gets the ball, cuts to his left. He's at the 35, the 30, breaks the tackle, and forced out about the 21-yard line. So still, that was kind of a run up the middle, and Angel kind of bounced outside, and then a great run. I will say this, the receivers are blocking really well on the perimeter.
Yes, they are, and what a luxury for Crete. Linares need a break, and you get to throw Angel Martinez in, and both those backs, tough to bring down, athletic.
And we even saw Enrique Rodriguez run the ball last week against Elkhorn North, and he's tough to bring down. 2 receivers left, and we got a whistle and a timeout, Schyuler, and I wonder if that's more to kind of catch their breath. The offensive line has been kind of wearing these guys down.
The Warriors at this time, we'd like to remind.
Yeah, good timeout by Schyuler there. Need to regroup as Crete has a very nice drive going after the blocked field goal. Had multiple first downs on this drive and just keeping it simple and attacking them on the ground.
It's kind of, we thought Crete would go in the air a little more with the height advantage on the edge, and we thought Schyuler might run the ball more, but it's kind of been the other way around, and Crete's kind of controlled the ball and the time of possession, and Schyuler is, throwing the ball quite a bit more.
And some of that might just be out of necessity as well, because the Crete defense has been tough up the middle, tough against the run.
All right, Spence way out right with one-on-one coverage, bowling wide left. Give up to middle Angel, and he might be gone untouched. Great. Can't give credit enough to this offensive line. Untouched touchdown. So 19-0, and Angel will have to catch his breath to kick another extra point.
Yeah, but as you mentioned, untouched. That touchdown, credit to the offensive line and the receivers blocking as well, who've done a great job all night.
And Angel converts the extra point to make it 20-0 with 5:21 left. And again, your offensive line, Vondra, Harefield, Connell, and Miguel have been outstanding.
It's a good first half for Crete here, with a little over 5 minutes to go. Scored on 3 out of 5 possessions, I believe.
After last week, this is kind of a get-right game. It wasn't like Crete played bad. Like I said, I called the game with Brent Kane, and Elkhorn North was, even talking to Coach Newmeyer, he thinks that might be the best team that he's seen come down to play Crete in a fairly recent. And I know Gretna quite a few years ago, before they moved up to Class A, they were outstanding. I mean, Elkhorn North had 69 guys, and none of them were listed as freshmen. So,
yeah, Coach Newmeyer said the same thing to me, that they're as good a team as he's seen since he's been the head coach. And they're kind of, you look at their scores and they're getting it done. You can tell they have a lot of talent. They've got the numbers. It's a big school. I believe they may be moving up to Class A next year or the next couple years.
Well, hopefully Crete doesn't let up, remains focused. Angel, straight on kicker, kicks it back to about the 8-yard line for Schyuler. Bring out wide left. Looks like we thought there was a push in the back. They only got it to the 18 anyway, but if you saw, there was an easy call and push or block in the back by number 37 for Schyuler. I won't say his name because his parents are listening.
Yeah, that's not how you want to get your name called, is it? But
No.
I was trying to see who he pushed in the back, but if he doesn't push him in the back, probably makes a tackle.
But still, great coverage nonetheless. Yes. And so instead of the 18, they're going to be back inside the 10, so half the distance is to the 9. So Genchi's still your quarterback. You still got 2 receivers on each side. I think Zystra, number 4, is your running back to Genchi's left. The left-hander takes the snap a little up the middle screen. Nice setup, and Vondra with a great job. That looked like it could have been a much bigger gain.
It looked like it was the right play call at the right time because Crete was bringing pressure. He might have been better served
Cutting up the middle.
But
Vondra did a nice job.
Vondra did a good play, made a good play, but 4 yards for Schyuler, and not bad on first down deep in your own territory.
Yeah, Zylstra definitely would have been better if he cut right. Vondra did a nice job shedding that block and making the tackle. Otherwise, that would have been an easy first down. So Genchi gets the snap, give up the middle. It looks like a miscommunication. I can't tell if the ball's on the ground. I just had a great call or a great text. Genchi is Schuyler's version of Tua. There is your Tua.
I'll go old school. Jared Lorenzen, the old left-handed Kentucky quarterback. But last couple plays, Crete's bringing the pressure, and that time especially, and it's somewhat the time before, it looks like they've got the snap count time down. Linares was there penetrating the defense on the snap of the ball, or penetrating the offense.
So 3rd and 7. Crete has their 3-man front. Looks like, they're gave him 5 yards.
Well, I wonder if they had kind of figured that out and changed up their cadence there and got a free 5.
Well, apparently, never mind.
Is that delay a game? Was that the signal?
Game. Yeah. Wow.
Break there for the Cardinals because
they've added shot clock to basketball. I know that adds cost for basketball. I really wish they had a play clock for football because I think it's tough for that quarterback to look over defense and then have to find the official to see when he's signaling it's under 5 seconds for the play clock when you could just have a play clock.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so 4 wide, 2 on each side, 1 running back. Genchi, the Schuyler Tua, throws deep up the middle, and Crumey was on ice skates, slipped and fell, and just missed an easy interception. I will give him a hard time come Monday.
Played it well, just couldn't keep his footing.
Wearing the wrong shoes. So, wow, Crete's going to have 3.5 minutes to maybe put in another score. Oscar and Carson back deep at the midfield. I believe Genchi is back to punt because he does everything else for Schuyler. Should we call him Tua Lorenzen? Low snap. About the best that Genchi could do out of that situation. When you're short, a snap hits the ground and you're in your own end zone. You're just doing whatever you can to get the punt off.
Rolls out of bounds.
Yeah, you gotta get that punt off in your own end zone, and he did a good job. And I know they would like a better result, but it could have been much, much worse for Schyuler there.
Again, just one more reminder for the Hall of Fame honorees.
All right, Crete with another short field at Schuyler's 31. And here's that kind of that bunt, tight set, which we did at the beginning of the game where we set up the wide runs. But this time, Reese looks to throw. Wide open is Theo for a nice gain at the 22. Nice tackle by number 9 for Schyuler. Jesus Hernandez. But I think Crete will take an 8-yard gain on first down.
They had receivers at 3 different levels there. Bessler short, Bowling intermediate, and I think it was Cotel running deep, and Reese goes to Bowling, makes the right decision. He's wide open for a 9-yard gain.
So Reese looks at the defense, looks to his left. This time, kind of looked like he was forced to get rid of it a lot sooner than he'd like to. I think 1 or 2 more counts, and he's got Cotil.
Pass falls incomplete.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
blitz up the middle by Schyuler.
Had to get rid of it there and not able to set his feet and put much on that throw. And you're still in 3rd and 1.
And it's smart by Reese to get rid of it. You
Yes.
don't want to take a sack there because, the way Crete's been running the ball, I wouldn't surprise. Carter's in, so I bet you twos will find a linebacker to hit to open a.
Yeah, I'm guessing Linares will be following twos for the first down.
Well, kind of right. He didn't follow him, but
he-
twos hit somebody, and Caesar got the first down.
Linares, the ball carrier.
Yeah, good run by Linares.
Right up the middle.
So 2.5 minutes still in the first half. 20-0 Crete. They've been in control the whole game.
Ball resting at the 12-yard line.
So
First and 10
Reese
Cardinals.
looking under the defense. He's got gives it to Caesar, who tries to cut up the middle. Nice job by Schyuler to keep containment on their right side, our left, for a
Linares, the ball carrier,
short or
brought
no
down by number
gain.
24,
Under 2
Marcos
minutes now.
Gomez. Call that no gain on the
Guessing,
play.
you know,
Brings up second
Crete's
and
okay
10.
using a little clock here. Would like to score with less than a minute left, kick off, and make a tackle or two and go to halftime.
So you got Spence wide left, Theo wide right. I can't tell if that's Oscar or Carson. Reese is looking to his right. He's scrambling and just throws away. Smart by Reese because there wasn't anything open. You don't want to take a sack.
Burton is flushed out
If you watch here on the replay season, Linares does a great job picking up a blitzing backer.
Throws the ball
Buys Reese a
downfield
little
out of
time, but not able to find anyone
pass
open.
incomplete, brings up third.
Well, now you definitely want to get points. If you're in 4-down territory, if you want to take another pass toward the end zone, or do you want to run the ball to, make it 4th and short? The way they're running it, you could easily score. So they're at Crete's at about the 12-yard line, 3rd and 9. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Caesar to Reese's left. It's a give to Caesar. He goes up the middle, so it's going to be about the 7-yard line.
Linares, the ball carrier.
So do you take the 3 points? Do you go for it? It looks like Besser's coming in.
Yeah, you're looking at 4th and 5. Yeah, interesting call here. A field goal would put you up.
I wouldn't be shocked if Coach Newmeyer takes a timeout the way Reese is over there still at the sideline.
That's exactly what he's going to do. Use as much of this clock as he can. There's your timeout.
Perfect timing. This gives you time to... Who's on the homecoming court? Yes.
Court.
Thank you.
Our homecoming court. This is great representatives of Crete High School here. We've got Sarah Bond, Caitlin Boyle, Emily Chavez Mendoza, Ansley Kuntz, Lauren Molly,
Keep going.
Marin Raziker. That was really rude. Marin Razikirchek, Lindsay Schroeder, Ashea Steele. You've got Danny Banos Rivas, Theo Bowling, Ben Ehlers, Cesar Linares, Oscar Ortiz Salgado, Kenner Sweetalk, Reese Verton, and Quinlan Vondra.
Are we allowed to say who we voted for?
I'm not going to.
I will if you will.
I'm not going to.
You're boring.
I flipped a coin because any of these would have been great representatives.
All right, here we go. And so it's going to be 4th and 5 at the 7. You got 3 receivers to Reese's left, and he's going to give it, and great play call. No one saw that coming. That was, I think everybody, when they saw trip.
Yeah.
To one of those guys. And again, it's the receivers blocking on the perimeter.
They held their blocks the entire run there. and that's not easy to do.
So great play call by Coach Neumeyer. Because when I saw trips left, I thought it was going to go in the air, and Caesar goes in untouched to make it 26-0. Angel puts it through to make it 27-0. You got 37 seconds left, and this half could not go any better for Crete.
37 seconds left in the first half. Cardinals expand the lead 27-0 over the Warriors.
Well, we got a little bit of time here. Another neat tradition, I think, here at Crete is recognizing past champions from 10 years ago. This year we are recognizing the 4x1 relay composed of Mallory Combs, Taylor Doremus, Morgan Hill Dowdy, Caitlin Bradley, and then a wrestling champion, Vincent Thatcher.
Very nice. It's been a fun week. Ever since, I came down from LPS, I really like the community feel that Crete Public Schools has provided. It was really cool during the parade. I know you were busy with tennis, to see all the kids catching candy or whatever from the floats. The floats were incredible. I'm going to throw a special recognition to the Unified Bowling and Track and Field team. Their float was phenomenal. That was my favorite float.
Well, what I've noticed since I've been here, this is my 4th year here, compared to the other schools, is the percentage of students that participate in the homecoming week, the different festivities. I'll pick that up after this kickoff.
So that your straight-on kicker kicks it back to the 9-yard line. Schyuler looks to kick out left, and a nice return by, I had his
45.
Caden Varinka. Let me double check that. It's getting dark in here.
It was a really good return. Made a few guys miss, cut back a couple times.
So you still have 27 seconds left, and while Crete has had really good kickoff coverage, that's the second time Schyuler has kind of popped one out for a good return. So Genchi's going to try to get some points on the score for the board for the Warriors. You're going to have 4 wide, 2 on each side. Zyastra off to Genchi's left. So Genchi looks to his left, pressure on, throws over the middle. Great hit by Theo, but great catch.
Really good catch. Showing some toughness there.
Kelvin Escobar.
Escobar.
So 21 seconds, clock is ticking. Warriors have to get set. There's the same formation. Genchi is now looking to his left, or to his right. Throws it up for grabs, and nice double coverage. Theo comes in late to make sure the receiver doesn't catch it. Another good ball from Genchi. He Tua Lorenzen throws a nice ball.
Yeah, Bowling and I believe Yeager on coverage there. Doing a nice job.
So Krumi comes in for Yeager. So you got 8 seconds left before half.
8 seconds left.
Probably time for 2 more plays, depending on how long this one takes. Schyuler has 1 timeout, I believe.
So Genchi under some pressure, throws in the middle. And, well, apparently they think Theo got there a little early, or it was unnecessary roughness. That's going to be a tough one.
Yeah. I know in college and NFL,
Defenseless receiver.
That'd be a defenseless receiver. I don't know that that's a high school rule, but Theo didn't make a play on the ball. Tried to hit the kid when he was in the air. And unfortunately, he's still down. We hope he's okay.
I think it's always tough for those defenders to assume that they're not going to catch the ball. I mean, what are they supposed to do? Just stop trying to make a play?
And they are calling pass interference, saying that he got there a little early.
So that'll add 15 yards. So either they're going to Schyuler will try a long field goal, or they will maybe have one pass as it's going to be just inside the 30 of Crete. The Warrior receiver, number 88, is finally getting up, thank goodness. That is Jose Cruz, who had he's also the kicker. So
He took a shot there. It's good to see him walking off, and hopefully he can return to the game in the second half.
yeah, I don't know if it was, the contact as well as him landing on the ground awkwardly. So 2 seconds left. With Cruz being the kicker, that kind of makes that decision easily, in that they're going to have to go for.
Schyuler's taking the last time out. I'm going to finish my thought from earlier about the participation by the students here at Crete, and that doesn't just happen. A lot of effort goes in by administration, our student council, other people to get kids excited. You had mentioned the community feel, and I think that is exactly right here in Crete, and it makes it fun. It's been a fun week, and it's just good to see all the students here and involved in so many different things. Band's got huge numbers as they're getting ready to take the field. Always put on a great show.
And they're wearing their really classy uniforms.
They look very sharp.
It's jersey night for the student body, and we were kind of looking at jerseys. All right, I'm going with, Marin's wearing the glove, an old-fashioned supersonic Gary Payton shirt.
I think there's no question that the classic, just clean look of those St. Louis Cardinal uniforms being worn. I see a Nolan.
Oh, now we're getting ready to play.
See a couple of those. You just can't beat it.
As the Cubs announcer, or the Cubs fan, breaks up that dribble. Okay, here's the last play of the half. Genchi's got 3 receivers to his right, and he's going to look that way. Actually, no, he's going to go left, and he got one-on-one, and that looked like a flag. Holy. And we can hear the Schyuler coach is next to us, not happy, and to be honest, if I was there,
I wouldn't be happy either there. Now, the ball did land 6-7 yards out of bounds, but
all right.
Good half for the Cardinals.
We will come back after halftime. They're going to do their homecoming festivities, and then we'll be back for the second half. It's 27-0 Crete.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's halftime entertainment featuring your high school marching band. This year, the Cardinal Band salutes a few of the early English heavy metal bands of the 70s and 80s. Our first song is from the band Led Zeppelin, the song which actually developed from a jam session at one of their rehearsals. Released from their 4th album from 1971, here is their hit tune, Rock and Roll. Immigrant Song is another song by the English rock band Led Zeppelin. It is built upon a repeated guitar riff and features lyrical references to Norse mythology after one of their performances in Iceland. The song was included on their third album from 1970. Here is their hit single, Immigrant Song. Crazy Train is the debut solo single by English heavy metal vocalist Ozzy Osbourne and is most known for the iconic Crazy Train guitar riff which drags throughout the song. Released in 1980, here is Crazy Train. Tonight, we would like to continue our tradition of recognizing some outstanding alumni and their accomplishments at Crete Public Schools. The champions to be honored this evening are from the 2012-2013 academic years. Superintendent John McDowell and Director of Activities Matt Martin will award recognition pins to each of the honorees. Now let's welcome back 8 outstanding members of the class of 2013. First, the valedictorians. Grant Benson. Alexandra Edwards Weeks. Nathan Harms. Morgan Hill Dowdy. Christian Menke. And Alexis Page Hobbs. On the wrestling mat, welcome home 2013 state champion, Vince Thatcher. And on the track, the back-to-back 4x100 relay state champions. Welcome back, Mallory Combs, Taylor Doremus, Caitlin Bradley, and Morgan Hill Dowdy. Thank you to these former Cardinals for their impressive accomplishments and their representation of Crete Public Schools. And now let's cheer on our team to a second half victory with Hail Varsity! And now we get a little extra here at our halftime activities as we have a performance by our Crete High cheerleaders. Again, we appreciate the performance by the Crete High cheerleaders. Crete High is known for its accomplishments and awards, and we need to reward the hard work and recognize the people that help make this happen. The Crete High Band is led by drum majors Ariel Guerrera, Kiara Corning, flag captain Sophia Demas, and of course, band directors Eric Farlander and Janine Anderson. As always, we appreciate everyone's support of the Cardinal Band. And now we're going to have a special presentation on the field. We had 5 participate in volleyball, football, and softball. In honor of those 500 students, we are going to have share Gentlemen, prepare to meet your pie maker. When you play basketball, you're a good shot. Now is the appropriate time for who dat, who dat. We appreciate the administrators being good sports. That's great to have 500 students out for those activities. Statistics show that activities lead to good academics. Congratulations.
Back to second half is about to get underway. We had extended halftime due to homecoming festivities, which were pretty entertaining. Coach Sissy is going to explain some of the activities, but to recap, Crete came out on fire, scored 2 touchdowns on 4 plays in the first 2 possessions. Kind of Schyuler tried to put something together, but then ended the half with 2 late touchdowns to make 27-0.
We had another great halftime performance by the Crete High School band. Crete was also able to recognize the former state champions. They were able to recognize the homecoming court. And if you were watching, you may have been wondering why 5 coaches, teachers / administrators were taking pies to the face. There's a challenge set out by our SALC, which is the Student Athlete Leadership Committee, to try to get 500 students to attend competitions this week between the softball, volleyball, and football games. If 500 students attended and supported their classmates, then we had Coach Taravella, Coach Roush, Coach Ehlers, Mr. Bowling, and Dr. McDowell agreed to take pies to the face. And there's a picture of your homecoming court. But depending on however many students came, and if they got to 500 was the prize of getting Dr. McDowell taking a pie to his face. And as you can see,
Cardinals
all 5 of them did. So great support by our students this week.
Well, the Cardinals will receive the second half kickoff. Up 27-0. Hopes to keep that focus as Schyuler will kick off their first kickoff, and it's a line drive caught by the up man, and I didn't see the number because I was not expecting that.
18? Fabian Juarez, I believe.
Did not, yeah.
Yes,
so
that's who it was.
great hands by Fabian, and maybe he needs to play a little middle infield because that got on quickly, and Crete's going to have great field position to start their first drive of the second half at 45.
Open the second half with field position at their own 45.
So
first and 10.
You want to do exactly what you did in the first half here. You want to march this ball down field and punch it in on this first drive.
So Oscar goes in motion. It's a give up to the middle to Caesar, and he's going to get about 2 or 3. So this might be try to shorten the game a little bit by just running the ball, controlling the clock.
Escobar, number 33 for the Warriors.
So Julian Mendez is now in on the offensive line, right there in the middle of it.
So 2nd and 7. Just start the second half if you just came back after halftime. So you got Theo wide left, Kenton wide right, 2 to give up the middle to Caesar, and a nice play by the linebacker from the Warriors, number 33.
Kelvin Escobar, he's made a couple plays on both sides of the ball. He had the big pass reception, and he's made a couple nice tackles like that one.
Well, I'm sure Schyuler's going to come out. Hopefully, for their sake, with a little attitude, because I'm sure they did not like how the first half went, and those first 2 plays they came out hitting. So they're going to set up a 3rd and 7. Spence and Bowling go out left.
Schyuler defense had an opportunity to get off the field early here. Crete looking to
wide run by Caesar. He does get the edge, and he gets the first down. And the wide running game has worked all night for Crete. So a big pickup on 3rd and 7.
Yeah, it looked like there was a Schyuler defender in the backfield about ready to make the play. Lennar is able to outrun him, turn the corner, and pick up the first down. Here comes Twos back in.
And Angel.
Ball at the 44-yard line.
These two like to, they don't shy away from contact. So Reese gets a play from Coach Newmeyer.
Usually when Twos comes in, you expect something up the middle, but maybe they're going to go a little play action here.
So Reese throws deep, and he's got Theo. Oh, great catch. Beautiful throw, beautiful catch. And Theo catches the ball at the 13-yard line.
That one, nice pass. Bowling stretches.
Yeah, great throw and catch. Vert the bowling. Wasn't play action, but they took a shot downfield.
Ball down to the 15.
So we're going to try to correct some audio issues. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the Schyuler 15. So now Reese has running backs on each side. Bowling wide right, Spence wide left. Give 2 up the middle to Caesar. He's rolled over by 33 again, so it's going to be a short gain.
Yeah, Escobar in the middle of the action again and just tosses him down. I wonder if he's a wrestler. He looked like a wrestler on that tackle.
Now they do have a pretty good wrestling program, both boys and girls. So 2nd and 8 at the 13. First drive of the second half. Bowling and Spence go out to the left. Bowling tighter to the line. It looks like Oscar and Caesar are next to Burton. Caesar gets it wide left, and nice penetration by Schyuler. So it's going to be not much of a gain, so it's going to be 3rd and 8 again.
Schyuler a little better against the run here to start the second half. The big play was the pass play, Vert and the bowling. Now it brings up another 3rd and long.
3rd and 7.
What do you expect here?
I guessed wrong last time. I'm going to guess pass to Spence. We haven't called his name enough.
He does have one-on-one up top as right now. A safety cheating his way.
Yeah, safety cheat. He heard us. And a throw. Oh, and that looked like a I don't think Reese saw the linebacker drop back in coverage. Reese tried to go to Theo, kind of like an inside little curl route, and the linebacker did a nice job of disguising his coverage. And we'll see if it looks like Crete might go for it.
You know, that was the same pass pattern combination that they connected on earlier, where he got bowling for a gain of 9 in the first half, but this time defended better by Schyuler. That backer dropping into that zone.
Well, with the 27-0 lead, you can kind of take more chances at this 4th and long instead of just making sure to get points. And Coach Newmeyer is going to, it looked like we were a little late getting the play in. Wasn't sure quite what to do and decided, you know what, let's just take the timeout and make sure we're making the right decision.
That's one thing I always think that Coach Newmeyer does such a good job of, is if he's not sure or doesn't think his team's sure of what they're about to do, he takes a timeout, regroups, and makes sure that they have the right play, they have the right guys, and everyone's on the same page.
Well, if you're watching this, and you've been watching all season or even before, we want to mention the Strive crew. Travis Coe kind of runs the show, and the thing is, the students do so much work hours before this hits the air. You have Brittany Alicron, Gabe Lawson, Tina Wynn, Sergio Ortiz, and Ava Darby. These guys are phenomenal, and I've said this every week, but I've watched Strives all over wherever Crete plays, and these guys do a phenomenal job producing this, so we're very lucky to have this. So here's the 4th down play.
They got bowling out wide. It looks like maybe could get a slant. A lot of space there.
That's a kind of a play action. And a comebacker to Spence. He did catch it. Was it enough for the first? It's going to be, right foot, left foot. We're going to find out. I've always wanted to say that. Right foot, left foot.
It is right on the line. Tough to tell from here, but I think he got it.
He did. You have great eyes.
Pass complete.
You can always find my golf balls when they're not down the fairway, which happens way too much.
Trying to think of the last time you hit one in the fairway.
More importantly, first 10
Really?
from the play.
Who won last time?
We're on the same team.
No.
we scrambled.
Lincoln versus Crete. Anyway, 1st and goal. 8:26 left. Great conversion. Finally, I call for Spence, and throw to him. So bowling way right, Spence left. Oster goes in motion right to left. You have Caesar next to Reese. We got a little give up to Caesar, easy touchdown. When you have that motion, it's confusing the defense. And again, the line has done a phenomenal job blocking. Cannot give them credit enough for what they've done tonight.
Caesar and Angel, the beneficiaries of the offensive line work tonight, but great way to start the half. Lennar's in for second touchdown of the night. Is that correct? I know
it's
Martinez
easily second.
Angel has maybe even three.
Yeah, Angel has a couple. So Angel's going to do the kicking to make it a 34-point game. And with 8:21, your Cardinals have a 34-0 lead on a beautiful homecoming night.
In the third quarter, Cardinals on top, 33-0.
Well, as we mentioned before, it's been a busy week. Today was a blast. The high schoolers got out a little early to get ready for the parade. We saw some great floats. Tennis, the JV tennis team hosted Lincoln Southwest. Then you got to go over to watch softball and a late comeback in the bottom of the sixth, score 4 runs to beat Scotts Bluff. And now ending with the homecoming football game.
I wasn't able to make the parade. I heard a lot of good things about it. Now, you were there. Were all 4 schools in our district involved? The elementary, as far as being there, watching.
I believe so. I know. Well, let's just say I was in charge of the tennis float, which was a 20-year-old truck with balloons and rust. But let's just say there's a lot of kids. I was behind a tractor and a trailer, so we weren't going very fast.
I just think, we talked about it earlier, that it doesn't just happen that we're getting the involvement that we are as far as this number of students supporting each other, and then you put on a parade like that and you allow the elementary school, the intermediate school, and the middle school to be all be a part of it. A lot of fun.
Nice kickoff down inside the 10-yard line. Schyuler brings it back up towards the left side, and they got some blocking. And this has been the one bright spot for. Ooh, there's a good hit. Bright spot for Schyuler. Jeffrey Kunzel with a nice tackle. They've had 3 good kickoff coverage. One thing I want to kind of piggyback on what you're talking about, the involvement. Brent Kane mentioned this last week. The first flight, what the Crete Public Schools has done to get young people involved in activities, whether it's sports or other activities, to introduce these kids to sports. By the time they get to middle school, they kind of have an idea what they want to do, and it's been really great to get young people involved.
And I'm hoping years down the line you're going to see the benefits of that.
All right, Schyuler takes hand off to Zayestra, and he's going to get about 2 yards. That's kind of a run up the middle. He hasn't got the ball a whole lot.
The Crete run defense has been solid all night.
Which is probably why Schyuler has put it in the air probably a lot more than they're used to. So it'll be 2nd and 7 at their 46-yard line. They have not ventured into Cardinal territory a whole lot. We gave them the ball inside the red zone, but it did a great job and held them to a blocked field goal. So Genchi throws back a little hitch pattern, and nice pursuit. Is that
Rockenbach?
Rockenbach.
Right there on the catch and a sure tackle.
In fact, forced him backwards, so it's going to be about a 3rd and, yeah, he didn't got about a 1-yard gain. Nice job by Garrett. So actually, they're going to say it's no gain, so 3rd and 7 at the 46. So Schyuler comes out again, 4 wide, 2 on each side. Genchi is looking to his left, throws a nice ball. Oh, a little too high, and Heath almost makes an interception.
Yeah, watch here on the replay, you see Sweet Talk coming off the edge again, and yeah, Owen Heath gets 2 hands on it, just can't bring it in, but forces Schyuler to punt.
So Escobar was the intended receiver. He'd been all over as a linebacker, but as a receiver, he's he's 5'8", not a huge target like Crete has the luxury of. So that now Schuyler's going to have to punt. So again, nice kickoff return, but have nothing to show for it.
See if they can get the snap to him. Oh, looked like a guy was moving, got away with it, and
A kind of a high short kick with a little backspin, and it's going to settle at the Crete 31-yard line. So we'll see what Crete can do following a second half opening drive of a touchdown. With they mostly ran it, but their two pass plays or three. There was 2 out of the 3 pass plays were huge. The long connection to Theo and the fourth down play to Spence, right at the marker.
and long passes, a third down conversion, third and long, and then the big fourth down conversion to keep the drive alive. And
besides play clocks, we need to talk to the school board about getting us live stats. That would be in a telestrator. You would be phenomenal with a telestrator. Live stats, I mean,
it'd be dangerous.
Phenomenal. All right, so Crete, 2 receivers left. Motion to Oscar, wide pitch to the right. Oscar cuts up the middle. There's his speed, and he's across midfield. Breaks the tackle to the 40. Is that a horse collar? Not quite.
Yeah, I don't think it's got a hand on the side.
But great run by Oscar.
Really good. Like you said, you saw his speed there. And looked like the same play that was mistimed in the first half.
I was about to say, it looks like that's what they want to do with Carson in the first half, but the timing was off, and you can see when that play is, the timing's on point. It's a fun play to watch. So again, in Schuyler territory,
it kind of shows you the weapons you have. Ortiz and Cotel, similar explosive players. You got the tall receivers on the outside, Linares and Martinez.
Well, we had
tough running.
Little flag party there, as it looks like Crete had a false start. Didn't see on who, but with that many flags, then I'm sure it was more than one.
It's been a pretty clean game. There's a late hit out of bounds and block in the back. And I think this is the first false start. I remember there was an offsides on the kickoff, but it's been fairly clean. And when Crete offense takes care of the ball and doesn't go backwards, they're tough to stop.
And even Schuyler's they've had a fairly clean game. Not many penalties. Finally had live stats. So we have Bowling wide left, Spence wide right, Angel next to Reese. Oscar goes in motion, and what?
Yeah, Martinez, I think, was trying to get to that edge a little quick and left early.
What did we say about the clean game?
My fault.
It's not the first time.
Truly isn't.
Another 5 yards back, takes the ball back to the 47-yard line of the Warriors. Will bring up.
So, okay. Well, 1st and 20 from the Schuyler 47. Same formation, except Angel is to Reese's right. Reese looks to pass to his left and miss. I think the timing was just off. Bowling was open, but unfortunately Reese threw it right at his shins, and I don't think Theo was quite turned around.
No. Well, he had that back cut in front of him, and, yeah, he threw it right off the knee brace. But the backer is kind of running into the zone there, and we'll go to 2nd and 20 here.
Well, Julian Mendez just came off the field, and I didn't see who came in from it, and Julian looks like has a bloody nose.
Yeah.
So I didn't see who replaced him.
He was playing one of the guard spots, so either Vondra or Harrifield.
Reese throws deep to Spence. Nice defensive play. What's that, 45 again?
Yes. Yep.
So that's that Wawrinka, who's 5'8", and, Reese is trying to take advantage of 6'6", or how tall is Spence?
Yep, about 6'5", 6'6".
6'5", for 5'8". So I like the idea. We really haven't, thrown deep a whole lot, and we haven't needed to. When you run the ball as well as we have been, why take the chance?
Yeah, if he could just need a little bit more air under that one, get it over the defender. The defender made a heck of a play, but Spence had a step.
So 4 wide with Angel next to Reese. Blitz by Schyuler. Reese is scrambling, gets kind of hit as he throws. And 20 from Schyuler. You can tell the ball was, I think, tipped right. And to be honest, I'm kind of glad that Reese did not get hurt on that because he was kind of exposed on that throw.
Yeah, he's looking for Spence again. Spence has got to that back level of the defense.
That was Jason Ramon that put the late pressure on Reese. So Crete will punt.
First time all night, I believe. No one deep for Schyuler at this point.
Oh, no. Bad snap, and this hurt him in the Mount Michael game. This is where just good. Great job by Angel. What a punt. Incredible. And that was awesome.
Martinez has scored a couple touchdowns, kicked a few extra points, but that might have been his most impressive play of the night.
Not that it's like a tight game or anything, like it's, like the Mount Michael game where the snap went over his head and ended up being the difference in the game, but wow, that was just incredible athleticism to pick it up, turn around, and get off a pretty good, as you look at the replay, he's got 4 Warriors all over him, and it was nice to get a little top spin on that, but great punt.
Yeah, just a great play. Individual effort by Angel. And I've coached a little football. You've coached a little football. I don't think you practice that.
No.
I think that's just Angel making a play.
Okay, so Genchi, I think, is still the quarterback. He's got 2 running backs. They run up the middle. That's their first big play running, and it's a nice gain, about 9-10 yards. And there was a nice hole opened up by the Schyuler offense.
Zestera, the ball carrier, brought down by Doane.
I think it's definitely their longest run of the night.
So it'll be second and short, and yeah, it is by far. They've had a couple nice plays. They haven't had many first downs. They just haven't had much flow. They've put it in the air so much. And Crete's done a nice job of bottling up the run and putting some pressure on Genchi. So he'll have a running back on each side, give up the middle again, and breaks a tackle. And there's the first down, and nice tackle by Jeffrey Kunzel. So a first down. I think that's their first one of the second half.
Brought down by number 17, Jeff Kunzel.
Obviously you want to keep playing well. You want to win the game. You want to keep building things, finish this one out the right way, and then you also want to make sure you get it unscathed. You're starting to see a few other guys see the field, but I do see Juan Miguel is getting a little ice for his shoulder. That's the last thing you want to see tonight is an injury. Looks okay. You hope it's just something minor.
So another run up the middle, and this time great backside pursuit, and I didn't see the number.
Might have been, was it
30?
Oh, that is Harrington. Yeah, Joey Harrington.
Okay.
Making a play.
Number 23, brought down on the play by number 24, Rodriguez.
So no gain, second and 10 with just under 3 minutes left in the third quarter, 34-0, Crete.
Enrique Rodriguez might have been in on that as well. It's good to see him out there again.
Like you said, he likes to hit people. So, yeah, he's playing middle linebacker. So Crete's showing a 4-man front and bringing guys kind of loading the box. But Schyuler, with a different look, Coach Wilcox is going to take a timeout to kind of reassess the situation with 2:32 left in the third quarter. All right, so what's your prediction for the Huskers tomorrow?
Well, it's tough to predict. Do we even know who's going to be the quarterback?
No.
You're guaranteeing me Nebraska is going to win by more than 11 points. And that number seems to be pretty significant to you for some reason.
It's those squares, those charity squares.
Got it.
Yes.
So as long as they win by more than 11, you
No,
buy all those
I need like
squares?
21 to 10 or 31 to 10, like the one in the.
Oh, I thought you said more than 11.
No, that's silly.
Just 11?
No, I need a 1 and a 0. The squares. You bought squares for.
A 1 and a 0.
Yeah. Nebraska has to be 1 and North Illinois 0.
Got it.
4-man front, loading the box, give up the middle, a little dive action, and God, it was almost like a goal line situation for a 2nd and 10, but it's going to be 3rd and 9. So.
Yeah, Schyuler, wonder if they're just trying to establish some running game. Crete anticipated is loading the box, but it will bring up a 3rd and 9. We'll see if they'll try to take another shot downfield after running the ball. What, last 5-6 plays?
Yeah, and Crete hasn't shown many 4-man fronts. Yeah, so there's another 4-man front. They're it's almost 4-man front with 2 kind of outside linebackers right on the line.
Schyuler in a tight formation, 1 receiver, a couple tight ends, and going with the reverse.
A little end around, and it gets to about the 30, but that's going to be good 4 yards short. So you saw an end around coming from the receiver.
Owen Heath shaking his leg a little bit. Hopefully he's okay.
So Carson and Oscar will go back in deep formation to field the punt when it's 4th and 4. Genchi, Mr. Do-It-All for Schyuler, will be back to punt. He's had a nice game. He's done pretty well.
Yeah, he has. He's been asked to do a lot. He's made some good throws, hung in there under duress.
It's a good snap. Kind of an end-over-end punt again. And Carson takes it and did not fair catch, and he's got some room to the left. He's inside Schyuler territory and gets down to about the 30, so about a 25-yard return. The ball was so high, I didn't even see if Carson had any indication of a fair catch, but obviously not.
Yeah, it was good to see him field it, get outside. Croomy had a nice block, a couple other ones. So, big tennis tournament tomorrow?
Yes, the Varsity, who had a nice tournament yesterday out in Lexington, will finish 2nd to McCook, who won state last year. This will be mostly Class A competition at Bellevue West. So leave at 6 in the morning and see how we do.
Looks like Crete waiting for linemen. They got another Mason Snyder out there waiting for him to get out there. You got a few more new linemen in there, but he was late getting on the field. Now they're going to take a timeout. Let's see. You still got Heath. Looks like Harrington's still out there. Zach Connell.
Canner Sweet Talk's coming in for Bessler. I think I can speak for most Crete fans. It'd be nice to get one more score to get the clock running and try to get both teams out of here injury-free.
You got to get up early.
You've
got a busy day. Go coach the tournament, take your son to the Husker football game.
Yeah. I never did get your prediction.
I'm just going by what you said. Nebraska's going to win by more than 11.
You didn't give a score, just say more than 11.
Who is quarterback?
I have no idea.
No? I'm going to say 15-2.
That's more than 11. All right, sweet.
A fumbled snap gives Northern Illinois a safety.
And we're at the point in the game where we're seeing some more mistakes.
Getting more guys on the field, and some of them going in
That haven't been
haven't been playing, and Someone moved early there.
The one thing that Crete's been dealing with is a lot of guys play both ways. So it's gonna be nice to get some other guys in, getting valuable reps to build some depth. So trips right. 1st and 15. Give to Caesar, who breaks a tackle. That's a huge break. Cuts up, makes the guy miss, and gets down to the 22. So a nice, about a 13-yard gain. That making that first guy miss was, a guy shut up, and then he outran the second guy. Good blocking by, was that Theo?
Oscar Ortiz was out there blocking.
Okay.
Yeah, but Linares and Martinez both, they make that first guy miss. It's getting through. They've been able to turn the corner and turn those. So you got just a sweep. Was that what you'd call it? Into a big gain?
Yeah. So you got 15 seconds. I wonder if you could almost run the. They're going to get another play. And Angel goes wide left, cuts back, makes the guy miss, gets to the corner, gets to the 15, the 10. And gets in the end zone.
No, he stepped out. Stepped out at the 4. But a really good run once again.
Nice run around that left side.
That will be the last play of the third quarter. So Crete will go down to the west end, and at the 1st and goal at the 4.
That's the last play of your third quarter.
It's 34-0 on homecoming night.
3 quarters complete. Cardinals on
It's been a fun night.
4-0.
Guys have played well, pretty clean. I think the only, if Coach Newmeyer were to probably criticize anything, it's probably been kickoff coverage, which had been solid coming into this game.
Yeah, other than that, they've played a solid game. Offensively, defensively, given up one big play, basically. A couple other short passes, couple turnovers that probably like to avoid, but.
And it's a great job of the defense, especially on the mistimed pitch deep into our own territory, to force a field goal attempt that was blocked.
What's your prediction for the Nebraska game?
31-10.
You hit your squares,
That's the whole goal.
amongst other things.
All right. Okay, trips right. Angel off to Reese's left. It's a rollout to left and throwback to Kenner. Sweet talk for the touchdown. I think we've both talked about Kenner. I think he's probably one of the more well-respected kids in the building. He's just a hard worker, leads by example. Good for him.
Yeah, really good. And a good pass by Burton. He had multiple receivers open there, and he finds Sweet Talk and gets his first touchdown. You talked about how respected Kenner is. Kenner is an Eagle Scout, which is something not many people accomplish.
Well, we get the pleasure of coaching Kenner's little brother on the tennis team, who had a nice tournament yesterday. So Angel hits the upright squarely. That ball came all the way back to the 15-yard line for a nice even 40-0 lead. So Angel, who's usually pretty darn automatic at PATs, has missed a couple, but he's asked to do a lot.
He is asked to do a lot. He's probably gonna need the ice bath, take care of the legs tonight after offense, defense, run the ball, kicking, punting.
You can see Coach Newmeyer yelling at his kickoff coverage team. If those guys get up to this place again, you will not go to the dance tomorrow. In fact, you're going to make you run around this whole track 1,500 times. We need to tell Neumeyer's head's on a little crooked.
I'm sure that is something they would like to see, though. It's just solid. They've had a couple. Jules Reed's gotten down the field a couple times, made a couple nice plays, but 3 or 4 of them they've given up more yards than they would definitely like to.
All right, so we will have a running clock once the ball is kicked.
I just want to remind the crowd, please stick around at the conclusion of tonight's ball game as we introduce the homecoming court.
So just started the fourth quarter, 40-0. Angel will kick off. Here's a trivia question for you. Name Nebraska's last straight-on kicker. I should do that. I know there's one friend of mine that will get that, and I'll give you his jersey number. So Schyuler fields it at about the 15, and they go wide left again, and they kind of break containment and get another decent coverage.
Well, America, the ball carrier, nice return.
Yeah, another nice return.
So they've had success going to the left, and I'm sure Coach Neumeyer is going to address that in film session. So do you know who that last straight-on kicker is?
I have absolutely zero idea.
Okay, well, I'm going to see if it gets texted in.
You know, recently, Nebraska's kicked off about 3 times a game, so it's tough to.
This was I want to say early 80s.
I wasn't even born.
Yes, you were.
No, not really.
You
wasn't.
You had a hair back then. So Crete goes back to a 3-man front. Genchi throws, and nice. Carson jumped the route, and that was close to a pick 6. Great anticipation by Coach Hill.
Yeah, really good play, breaking the ball. I think he was looking pay dirt.
Oh yeah, that's one you wish you had back.
But a good play.
Jules is back in at safety. Enrique is at middle linebacker. Spence comes in for Rockenbach. Rockenbach's had a nice game. Genchi back. Crete show splits. Backs off. Pressure. Nice middle screen. Varenka. No, that's not Varenka. I can't remember. Sestera.
Third time they've run that play. Man, it looks really, really open when the pass is caught by the Crete defense. Closes quickly, limits the gain to 3.
So that was Reza Sestera on the reception. I apologize for any mispronunciations. So 3rd and 7. Crete rushes 4, a wide pass, and this one just misses, so it's going to be 4th and 7, and the clock is running with 9:37 left in the game. We'll see if Schyuler goes for it or if they punt.
I would expect them to punt, but you don't see many substitutions coming in. It does look like they will go for it.
So they are going for it. Genchi has 4 receivers, 2 each side. Looks to his left, throws it, and there's the interception. And is that the pick 6 by
Chanchavach.
Emmanuel? Good for
Yeah.
Emmanuel. Well, Genchi was living dangerously, and Emmanuel, he jumps the route, and you've coached him before.
He's a good athlete. Another kid that played football, I think, as a freshman, took a couple years off, and comes back and makes a big play as a senior.
Well, and good for him because that's something he'll always remember, scoring a touchdown on homecoming night.
Martinez back in.
So this time he converts the extra point to make it 47-0 with 8:51.
Martinez with the extra point. Cardinals increase the lead 47-0 over the Warriors. 8:51 left in the ballgame.
Now, Martinez is a good kicker. When he gets a good foot on it, it looks right. And playing offense, defense, you wonder how much time he really even gets to practice kicking. You wonder if it's something that he spent a lot of time doing, if it's something that potentially do at the college level. It's got a strong leg.
Well, he's definitely, the games that we've called, he's been valuable. He's made plays defensively. He's been a great running back. And then obviously his kicking, he is asked to do a lot, as a lot of these guys are. And that's why the games like this, when you can kind of get some other guys some playing time to build that depth.
When Coach Newmeyer talks about Angel, I asked him about a lot of these different guys, a lot of things he said. He just says he's a really good football player. And you can see that in the contributions he's making tonight. Now let's see if the kickoff coverage can make a play.
It's hard to believe it's only mid-September, and this is the 4th home game, which means we only got one left. I think our last one's against that team that's called Firth High School.
It's just strange, too, when you have a week 0 game.
There's a good kick. Yeah. There's a good kick. So deep, almost at the 1 yard line, and so there comes the coverage. They weren't allowed to get out wide left, and that makes a huge difference. So great kickoff, much better coverage.
Yeah, Angel said, enough this, I'm keeping it kicking it deep. Kicked it inside the 5 and gave his teammates an opportunity to get down there and make a play.
All right, so we have 8:15 with the running clock. Crete's trying to finish off this game before they venture into the capital city to take on the Thunderbolts. Pius is 1-3 on the season. Last year we called that game.
Yeah.
And it was a close game until about halfway through the second half, and Pius really started to play. They started to run the ball really well. So there's a timeout on the field. I didn't see who called it. Equipment timeout.
Checking the Nebraska score feed app. If you don't have that, it is fantastic. You get live scoring. But Norris 22-21 over Waverly right now. 11 minutes left in the 4th. Beatrice and Lincoln Northwest tied at 20. I'm just kind of going down some of the teams that Crete has played. Lexington down 7-0 to Cozad. Scott Catholic 45-0 over Elkhorn as a final.
Wow.
That's impressive.
All right, so I think we have a new quarterback. Yeah, we have a new quarterback. Great penetration. Number 3 for Schyuler is is Chris Hernandez.
Enrique getting in.
Good for Enrique.
Making a play.
Enrique is the type where he sees the ball, he finds the ball.
Other scores: York 14-10 over Scotts Bluff. Pius went down 0-58 tonight, but they played Bennington, who is on a 20-some game winning streak.
Well, I heard Pius is a little down compared to what they're normally used to, and I'm sure they haven't been beat 58-0 in a long time. It doesn't matter against 2.
You don't see Pius 1-4 very often.
No.
Seward 26-14 is a final. Platt Smith beating Mount Michael 41-7.
Who was that? Platt Smith?
Yeah. They are rated 6th in the state right now.
Keep the scores coming.
And that's about it in Class B.
So Hernandez has a running back to each side. Takes a snap, give up the middle, and another collision, another good tackle. That looked like
Enrique again.
Enrique, but also
Harrington.
Harrington.
Yeah.
So, and what's nice is you got these guys that are itching for playing time, and they want to get noticed. It's one of those I'm forcing you to play me more.
Well, Enrique's a sophomore. Didn't go out last year. Came out late this year, and I know he's a kid that they want to keep involved. And now he's getting out there and having some success, and hopefully he will dedicate himself to it a little bit. He has potential to be a really good football player.
He does. So Hernandez takes the snap, keeps it himself, goes off the left side, and gets hit and drugged down for about a 3-yard gain. But it will bring up 4th and about 3 or 4. As some of my friends would say, tick, 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 tick. Just kind of want to get this game.
Alex Cuevas in there. Ranger, yeah, starting to see a lot of guys get some action. It's good to see.
All right, so we have 4th and 3, and Schyuler is in the mode of just saying, let's just play some football and see what can happen. And with the clock running, they're going to try to get a first down, and that's going to be like, you got to call it on the offense.
Yep, they are. Yeah, the left side of the offense line moved almost simultaneously with the left side of the Crete defensive line.
Well, now they're going to punt, and the clock is running. Well, Coach Newmar's got to be pleased tonight. Tremendous effort. I know homecoming always adds a little extra adrenaline, but I think they were just hungry after last week.
Yeah, they played really well, 47-0. Talking to Coach Newmar a couple times this week, he was definitely worried about this game. Thought Schyuler would do some things that give us some trouble, but Crete's just played a very clean, solid game.
A good punt by Schyuler and a fair caught at the 45. That was caught by Oscar.
Wonderful to see. Looks like some different guys taking the field for offense now, too. Josue Perez Vicente. It's good to see him out there.
Right at 3.5 minutes left in the ball game. Again, a reminder.
And I think Theo Bowling will be under center, taking the snaps at quarterback. Reese Verton, solid night. Gets to cheer on his teammates for the next 4 minutes. 3 minutes now.
Well, I've been just waiting for the 41 flash reverse for Theo to have him be a receiver where he gets the ball and then as a receiver and makes a nice pass. Okay, so Theo's been can't wait to do this. I give up the middle. Ooh, nice tackle. Good contact. Genchi. They're doing all twos versus Genchi. That was a good collision.
Twos finally gets to carry the ball, but maybe after that stick, he might prefer to just block for other guys.
Well, and Genchi's probably like, you know what, I've taken some looks on the offensive side, and I'm going to deliver a few. So Schyuler's even making some substitutions as we're approaching 2.5 minutes. Okay, Theo surveys the defense, gets the snap, and again a play up there, handoff up the middle.
Is that Rockenbach, I believe, getting the carry? Yeah.
Rockenbach, the ball carrier.
Two's coming back in.
Top by number 48, Bernal.
I think it might just be twos Rockenbach to finish this thing up.
We know Theo won't carry the ball.
Lining up under
All right, so we got a minute 45, 3rd and 8. Snap back, give to twos. Ran up the middle, he breaks it. Well, almost broke a tackle. 4th down, don't you just go for it?
Yeah, I'm sure they'll go for it. Brock Bowling on the field with his brother Theo now. Brock, an offensive lineman.
especially after his dad got pied in the face. All right, we're approaching a minute now. 47-0, 4th and 7.
Maybe they will let Bowling throw it.
I'd like to see his arm.
Yeah.
So he's going to look right. Oh. Okay, now he's my TA, and I'm going to give him some grief about that pass.
Pass intended for Kirby.
Yeah, a little short for Croomy. Down 40 seconds and counting. We'll see if Schyuler wants to get a snap off or not. He may not even have to. Good homecoming night for the Cardinals.
You know, and we're not going to, we won't be in this booth for a month. In fact, it will be right before state tennis. So it's going to be a while. Our Cardinals are going to be on the road.
Crete going to advance to 3-2, a big win. As I mentioned earlier, when you are starting to look at the wild card points, Schyuler came in 2-1, and will drop to 2-2. But that is, anytime you beat someone 500 or better, can boost those wild card points.
Yeah, Crete will be going for they're fighting for a playoff spot. So they have Pius. They go to Pius. Then they'll get a week off. Then they go to Beatrice, come home for Norris, and then they will finish at Buena Vista.
And Beatrice in a dogfight, Lincoln Northwest. I think Beatrice sitting 0-4 right now. That's another surprise. Team that's usually pretty good.
Well, that's going to do it. I want to thank you guys for listening and watching. And I guess we're going to see you in about a month. So have a good night.
Warriors ripping again to Varsity. Cardinal fans, please stick around as we introduce the homecoming queen. At this time, Crete High is proud to announce this year's homecoming court. First, Caitlin Boyle and Reese Burton. Caitlin Boyle, parents Bob and Kathy Boyle, participates in softball as a team captain, all conference honorable mention, and tennis. Other activities: NHS, FCA, FBLA, PALS, Church Youth Group, Pumpkin Festival Youth Softball Coach, and Blood Drive Donor. Reese Burton, parents JL and Amy Burton, participates in basketball, football captain, baseball, golf, NHS Student Council, FCA, PALS, SALC, Legion Baseball, Backpack Program, and Youth Group. Lindsay Schroeder and Cesar Linares. Lindsay Schroeder, parents Ron and Tammy Schroeder, participated in varsity cheer, captain, 4-time varsity cheerleader, 2 times All-American cheer, student council, FSA, FCA, FBLA, World Language Club, church, and participates in God teams. Cesar Linares, parents Cesar and Wendy Linares, participated in soccer, football, track, wrestling as a state qualifier, FCA, FFA officer, band, SALC, vacation Bible school volunteer, and usher at next couple, Sierra Bond and Danny Daniel Rivas. Sierra Bond, parents Kyle and Jennifer Bond, participates in varsity letters in tennis and volleyball. FBLA Vice President, Gold Honor Roll, other in Unified Bowling, NHS, Musical, FCA, Band, Choir, PALS, Powerlifting Youth Group, and Missions Trip. Danny Banos, parents Juan Banos and Anna Rivas, participates in God Teams. Ashea Steele, parents Jeff and Connie Steele, participated in softball as captain, 3rd team all-conference, wrestling, tennis, president of National Honor Society, president of Student Council, FBLA, band, PALS, SALC, Circle of Friends, Pumpkin Festival, Breakfast with Santa Backpack Program, Youth Softball, and Wrestling. Jenner Sweetock, parents Casey and Rhiannon Sweetock, participated in basketball, football, baseball, NHS, Student Council, FFA, SALC, Eagle Scouts, and Boy Scouts. Emily Chavez Mendoza and Quinlan Vondra. Emily Chavez Mendoza, parents Sergio Chavez and Genoza Mendoza, participated in basketball, soccer, NHS, MCU, choir, and God teams. Quinlan Vondra, parents Jeremiah and Jody Vondra, participate in football, track, unified bowling, NHS, FSA, FCA, FFA, FBLA, band, and church. Warren Molly and Oscar Ortiz. Lauren Molly, parents Jason and Terry Molly, participated in basketball, track, softball, varsity team captain, and all-conference honorable mention. NHS Student Council Secretary FSA, Vice President FCA, FBLA Band, PALS, SALC, Pumpkin Festival Volunteer, NSAA Student Advisory Committee, Church Youth Group, and blood donor. Oscar Ortiz, parents Oscar Ortiz and Ilana Ortiz participated in soccer, football, student council, FSA, FCA, PALS, 4-year varsity letter winner, second team all district, blood donor, youth football, and youth baseball umpire. Ansley Cooks and Theo Bowling. Ansley Cooks, parents Justin and Allison Cooks, participate in basketball, softball team captain, tennis, NHS, student council officer, FCA, PALS, Circle of Friends, public relations for National Honor Society, church youth group, nursery volunteer, Pumpkin Festival, youth basketball tournament volunteer, Crete Cares backpack program volunteer. Theo Bowling, parents Corey and Kate Bowling, participates in basketball, football as a captain his senior year, academic all-state, golf, junior year, NHS, student council, FCA, PALS, and backpack program. Marion Razgashek and Ben Ehlers. Parents Eric and Julie Razgashek. Marion participated in basketball, track, and volleyball. Volleyball team captain, academic all-state award recipient, volleyball second team all-conference, NHS vice president, student council vice president, FSA, FCA, PALS, SALC, church youth group, Pumpkin Festival volunteer, church nursery, and blood donor. Ben Ehlers, parent Britt Ehlers and Megan Ehlers, participated in basketball as a state qualifier, track, SALC, and mission trip to Guatemala. That is your cook, and this year's queen and king and queen, King Danny Banos and Queen Emily Chavez. Again, a round of applause for this year's Crete High School homecoming cook and king and queen. Congratulations.
Thank you.